group for the Indiana Pacers. West and Hibbert are up front. George Hill out there with Lance Stevenson. And it's George in at the 3 slot. And for the Heat, Wayne Wade, LeBron James, the best perimeter tandem in the game. Haslam and Bosh are up front. And it's Chalmers in at the 1.
And check out your point guard showing you major bounce above the rim.
How about this? The smaller the player, the bigger the highlight.
I love that.
And that was a highlight. Terrific finish.
And so it's the Heat getting on the board first. And it's blocked by Wade. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. West passes to Hill. Clock at 6. Hammers it home.
The D might need to body him up a little better next time. Get into him some.
Yeah, Clark, they need to be a little bit more physical.
Yeah,
You're right.
you can't play this game, Saul.
Yeah, but guys, you got to give him some credit for attacking when he had the chance.
LeBron dishes to Bosh. LeBron kicks to Chalmers. It's stolen by Hill. And oh, here we go. Hill, nobody there. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
That's a gut punch right there, Clark. Cough up the ball at one end and get beaten on the break at the other.
Yeah, that really hurts. That's painful.
Rejected by Wade. Here's Bosh. Rips down the breakaway slam.
You know, he can be a little awkward with the ball sometimes when it's in his hands, but not that time.
Why do you think it is we don't see more of those out of him, Steve?
I don't know. I mean, he's certainly got the size. He just lacks the confidence, I think, sometimes near the back.
And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter with both teams tied up. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, Stephen Clark, what are your thoughts?
And they set the tone there defensively with their shot blocking. They've been really intimidating down in the paint area.
You know, in the rest of the game, Steve, shooters will be looking around for the shot blockers because of what's happened in this quarter.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. On the wing, Paul George and Danny Granger. Mahinmi is out there with Tyler Hansbrough, and it's Augustine in at the guard position. Here's Anderson, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game.
You know, Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Chris Bosh is checked in for Battier. Wade comes in for LeBron. And it's Chalmers in for Norris Cole. Wade. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Hill kicks it to West. Over Wade. West can't get that one to fall. Here's Bosh. Shot misses. It's all tied in Miami. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
6. And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Fridays are made. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
And I think a big change for the Pacers, and one of the reasons they've become one of the better teams in the East, was the addition of David West. And he just brought some leadership that was much needed for a very young Pacers roster.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Heat, Mario Chalmers and the electric D. Wade at the guards. Haslam and Bosh are up front, and it's LeBron in at the small forward position. Haslam, the pass to Bosh. Beyond the arc. Kept alive. LeBron outside. Wade. This one for 3. Can't get it to go. Hill dishes to George. Hill inside. Wade is covering. Hill kicks it to West. Chris Bosh with the rebound. LeBron right side with 1 on the clock. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade.
can cause a defense just so many problems. There aren't many ways to slow him down.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Heat lead by 5. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. While we're still getting underway here in the fourth, let's go down to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Uncontainable Game Report. Doris?
Kev, as you might have guessed, the uncontainable game today goes to the Miami Heat. They had a plan to get an edge in this one, and they executed it perfectly. Hard to see them giving this one away in the final period.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Norris Cole. Then for the Pacers, David West is checked in for Hansbrough. Lance Stevenson subbed in for Augustine. And so in the game for the Pacers, George Hill out there with Lance Stevenson. Then it's Paul George, and it's West, and it's Mahinmi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. 13 feet away. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
Terrible defense for both teams. Just atrocious.
Yeah, it's been awful, Steve. I don't know any other way to say it, and I'm sure both teams will get an earful from their coaches.
And some changes here for the Heat. Haslam comes in for Shane Battier. And it's Chalmers in for Ray Allen. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Indiana. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
And that ups their lead, so if they can continue to do that, get to the line, knock down their free throws, they should be in pretty good shape. That's grace over power, guys. With that finger roll, gets them 2 points. Impressive stuff.
Haslam, it's good.
And they add to this lead, trying to close this game out.
I think it would take a lot of luck and maybe then some. I mean, might be time to pack this thing in.
Hill, no good.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. 5 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Augustine. No good. And so it's Miami winning this one. They pulled off this win.